Hello. Coming to you live or pre-recorded, as always. Yeah, Trio Media. I have, of course, on the decks, Konene with me. And I think he's going by Untulo this time.
Yes. Untulo.
Untulo.
Yes, he belonged to the El Molo community.
Uh-huh.
He was a sharpshooter.
Ah.
Yeah.
So when you shoot, you don't miss.
Yeah, of course. Shoot your shot. Yeah.
I need my respect because this is at this moment. Hey, yo.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, so he belonged to the El Molo community, lived in Palo Village. And so he helped his community fight the Boranas.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Bora uko fiti ni sawa. I think Konene has a question for us today.
It's a pun. It's not a question.
Better
I
said.
won't even know how to phrase it now that the cameras are on, but let me try. Why do you think it's only Dwayne Johnson who can, cure lesbians?
Can't. Yeah, I don't know why.
Because The Rock destroys Caesars.
This is what I have to deal with on a daily.
It's a lie.
So the Rock beats scissors. Okay. So he's the scissors destroyer.
Okay.
That's another.
I
title
swear if
for
she
it.
pulled out scissors from her back.
No, I've remembered my age, and there's so much light in the studio. So before we start crying,
No, it's okay. It's
But
okay.
they-
Cry.
Konene niko na kesi na wewe.
wow,
Ah,
Wipu.
Unfortunately, she cannot see it, but it's fine.
yeah, it's fine. Na hata amevaa miwani.
You're not making jokes about my eyesight. It's sad.
So yes, Untulo. Yes. Was it Konene this time? So this time we do not have a would you rather. I've been seeing people have been enjoying those spicy questions.
Yeah.
On this one we have something slightly different.
Recommended by one of you, of course.
Thank you. Shout out to all of you for listening,
And we also listen. Clearly, we listen.
as there's always more to follow. Yeah,
That was an overload of puns.
pun intended. It's been a punny day. We're waiting for you.
What are we waiting for?
We're done with the paniketi. No, see,
See, you're the one who's supposed to ask the question.
it's not a question, my friend.
I was actually looking at the replays. I was like, yo, people are wild out here.
So this is just to get a live reaction. No. Let me pick another one. You've already read this one.
No, please. I have an answer, a very
No,
good one that
no.
all of you have never thought about.
Nope.
I have an answer.
You cannot trick me.
You cannot. You cannot.
You see, being the only female in the podcast,
You
this is what
cannot
happens. They don't listen to me.
me. Okay. What's the most unpleasant sensation no one talks about?
Food slapping down your throat when you're really hungry.
Slapping.
Yes, SLURP.
Yeah. When you're
It's an
really hungry.
unpleasant sensation.
Oh, unpleasant.
Yeah.
Yes.
Unpleasant, sorry. Oops. When soap enters your butt crack. Owing to the fact that we had that cement lady who never used to. Sorry,
I think we
guys.
understand why now. Because how did you even think of that?
I don't know.
What happened? Story time.
No.
What happened? How was it?
Ooh,
How long did it take to heal?
I don't know.
What did you use to get it out?
What in fuzz? What makes you think it's healed?
No wonder you're sitting like this today. Sorry.
I'm telling you, it's wild out here. It's a wild place. So unpleasant feeling, sensation rather.
don't ask me questions like I did. This is uncalled for. But when you have a UTI and you have that sensation to pee, but you don't actually have pee, so it's very unpleasant because you feel like peeing 24/7, but there's nothing to pee.
Sorry.
I'm gonna switch this up.
Yeah.
And this is the comment on the Reddit thread.
Yeah.
Trying to get dressed in a humid bathroom after getting out of the shower. You can't fully get your skin dry enough to get rid of that icky damp clothes on skin feeling.
Oh, I really hate that. But I really hate that. Yeah.
And then someone says getting a brown in that scenario is a nightmare.
Very true.
Can't relate.
It's where it turns into chewing gum. What does that mean?
This is too much.
All right.
I'll explain later
Okay.
when I get the guts.
That feeling of an eyelash stuck in your eye, but when you look, there's nothing there.
Fair enough.
That feeling that you're nauseated, but when you try to actually puke, it doesn't come out.
Especially for me who I really struggle puking. So I know I hate that.
Yeah.
Especially after a night out.
Yeah.
When a fart goes through the front crack instead of the back crack.
What? I mean, I only have one crack, so I have no idea.
I'm just reading the comments.
Can you explain?
I do not know.
Which craft
I
is
played the fifth. I have no idea what she's talking about.
Hey, this is a babe's thread. Wow. Vitu zingine hapa.
Now we go back to the podcast.
Okay. So yeah, that's the only Reddit kind of question we have or comment we have for today. All right. It's been a very long year.
Wait.
Uh-huh.
Sleeping on your shoulder.
How does that happen?
How do you
Like you're just on the couch. Then
Okay.
Like you can't even reach your shoulder. Like it's not working.
on your shoulder, where does it start and end?
It's here.
This kung fu thing
Eh.
that you guys are doing is
Yeah, that's the thing, like-
is
How do you
wild.
sleep on your shoulder? Unless you have a really long leg. You're sleeping on the pillow. You're not
Like my head
sleeping on
is
your
hanging.
shoulder.
It's
What?
okay.
What? Pillow is part of my body.
No. But when you say when you're sleeping on your pillow, I'm expecting your head to be here.
I thought sleeping on your shoulders is like this.
Yeah, sleeping on your shoulder, that is. I'm expecting literally your
okay.
head to
No,
be
no,
here.
no. Okay. English.
Yeah,
Okay.
you get it?
I seed.
Okay.
Anyways, for me, I'm tired. My head is not working, so it's fine. Like I was saying, it's been a long year. With a lot of things. We came from that very fast, wild, long pilot episode. Came to intimacy and platonic friendships. Talked about a few toxic traits here and there and a few toxic people. Then tukakuja tuongea kuhusu money. And then money. Fair enough. And at work. So as the year is coming to a steady end, similarly, would like to take stock or have a stock take of how it's been for all of us. I can start with, let's take Motufolo, for example, the podcast. We had that, it's a hiatus or is it hiatus?
Hiatus.
Hiatus.
Hisense.
Okay. So hiatus.
TV.
Hi there.
Hi there. So a hiatus. And shout out to Trio Media because we've not needed to change places because it's been a long year.
We've settled.
We've settled.
Yeah,
We got married, eh? Well,
Send gifts.
can we stay?
LGTV.
LGBTQ. Yeah. Anyways, by the way, Conan was getting married. Now that we're on that topic, yeah?
Yeah, she
Yeah,
was.
she was. So we're expecting invites.
She's also expecting.
But she's an expectant mother.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop
Today
it.
we're so bad, man.
Stop
We
it.
Does
need
your
to
family
stop
watch?
Stop it. Yes. That's even the worst part about this. And I always spend weekends outside.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
this. Oh my goodness.
You're making
Oh my
this worse for me.
So yeah, I mean, for the podcast, it's been quite a great journey. We started the year strong when we were at Konana's friends Buluti before they decided to disappear with their studio, and then lost too many hours. Had a few amazing guests.
We even lost money because we had paid for like.
Yes, investing in ourselves. We trusted the process, but did the process trust us? So yeah, we had a couple of months where we were not. It seemed like we were not active, which necessarily wasn't the case. It's just that we learned from it. Sorry, we're better for it now. And in some sense, I think for me personally, my year has been the way the podcast has gone. It's been a hell of a roller coaster. Those ones who were in my life clearly know that. So in picking that and the country being wild, so everything is just burning and flames. I know Rafael has a special place in his heart for the people he chose up there. So yeah. How's your year been, Konene?
It's been wild.
I mean, of course, you're always doing wild stuff, but wild
Yo.
nonsense.
Yo, why?
When is the due date, by the way?
Let's make things clear. I'm not getting married. 1, I'm not expecting. 2, and whatever else these guys say is a lie. Them and Ruto. Ruto is a liar. Do you know that, Nini? Ruto is
All
a
the
liar.
time?
All the time. And all the time.
It's a lie. I saw that stuff.
and,
man.
so-
It
and
was
that is his
wild.
nature. Shindwe.
Wow.
So are all your liars. Stop lying to
I'm
people.
not lying. You just said you're never at home on the weekends.
Single.
Apana.
I don't know why they have fun with whatever is going on in my life and they never actually come out to say what is going on in their lives.
Ah.
Yes, why? Are you guys scared of your partners?
She's talking about flipping the script, but we flip people, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He flips a lot. I don't know about you.
What the hell, man?
That was wild. Come on,
Yo,
Machungu.
okay.
I want to
Kaende.
categorically saying, no, I do not do what she is accusing me of.
You know I'm not a liar. Nione kando. Anywho, my ear. So, first of all, when it comes to the podcast, I did not expect the growth that we have seen Kwanzaa of late. I remember we had a type of conversation on our group talking about, so are we still doing this as a hobby or is it now becoming lucrative? Because I'm seeing it becoming lucrative. But then the one thing I've always told you people is I am so scared of fame. So my end of year is me trying to come out of that comfort zone and accepting life as is. Because I've realized even at my workplace, I've actually even changed jobs 3 times this year. I know I'm a flight risk, but I'm looking out for myself. So don't come at
The
me.
choice of words she's using are insane, yeah?
So even my job entails me networking a lot, meaning broadening the scope of people. I know my circle and everything, and I hate it. I love being in my own cocoon, whereby it's just me and the few people that have been with me for like the longest time. So every time it's comes to making new friends or being in spaces where you're recognized by more than 2 people, it aches me. But we're moving. So I could say this year has really taught me growth and stepping out of my comfort zone, from the podcast to my own personal life, to relationships, to jobs, to careers. It's been wild. I wasn't expecting it. I think even when I was putting my manifesto for the year, none of this was in it.
Sorry, you put a what for the year?
A manifesto for the year.
So you were pitching to your own self.
Yes.
Damn.
Like I even have a vision board of what we're expecting this year.
Yeah, but manifesto.
Manifesto is wild.
Yeah, it's a manifesto. I don't say it's not. What do we call it at the end of the year? What do you say you're doing for the next? What's your
Resolutions.
Yeah, it's not a resolution. It's a manifesto. Tuna campaign. We're doing this.
My God, that's
that's an interesting way to look at it. But yeah,
because that one makes me. It's a call to action. It's not a goal that I'm setting, and you know you can set a
she's wearing
goal.
worker boots. She's always going to war. Are
Uni
you
mjengo
fighting?
anaenda
Yeah,
kuingia
are you
bwana.
fighting? No, Tuambi. Anyways, you see, that's what happens when you need to provide for the coming generation. So
That's true.
Yeah.
that's fair.
Idiots.
Yeah.
It hit me. But okay. I don't know why are you guys manifesting for me, baby? Like, what's your problem? Why? If you guys want babies, you know there are babes out there who are willing to give you babies. Do the thing.
German,
Leave
we
me
don't
out.
support children getting children.
And I am children.
Nashinanga
Uko
ukituambia hapa,
single,
you're the
hapana.
eldest amongst us, so
Being the oldest doesn't mean I'm like that old. I don't have white hair
Well,
ish.
okay. Manifesto.
Hata nimesahau na my train of thought imeenda.
Apologies,
Anyway,
apologies.
that has been my
Nikukuuliza, when you were starting out the year, do you think there are areas in your life, and let me just limit you, put you in a box, professionally, socially, and let's have a twist, spiritually. So professionally, socially, spiritually, do you think you've progressed or regressed from where the year started?
I've progressed. I could say I've progressed. Yeah. Kwanza spiritually, I have progressed like a lot.
Amen to that. You and I, you and me both. You and I don't know.
I am not ashamed anymore because before it used to be, I feel like peer pressure moved me into thinking I'm an atheist. But then the realization and the growth has come with me realizing, it can't all be human effort. That the world is like this, that we live like this, that blessings come like this, miracles happen like this. It's not a humanly effort. There's a stronger being taking care of us.
There's an argument, just to turn left on that point, by a philosopher. Okay, I don't know if it's his argument. It's called Peter Kraft. It's called the design argument, where he was saying that. So he wrote up I think it's a dossier on arguments for God's existence. One of the arguments was the design argument. So we can all agree, whether you're a believer or non-believer, that things have an intelligent design. Like the way things work, the way calves, their esophagus is not well developed, so they'll have to like kneel to suckle on the udders, small things like those ones. Otherwise, they'll drown from the milk and stuff like that. So you think about how across nature, how all these things have come into place. It could be a product of two things: chance or design. And the thing is, you only understand chance against a background of order. So, if we came into this room and we found cats, we would find it weird. Because the order we know is that this room is supposed to have like a couch and stuff like that. So the chance, we only understand it against a background of order. So it can't be that things came out from chance. So then that's when he's like, okay, fine. So if it's not chance, then there's that element of the designer. Then he now follows that argument and he completes it. Yeah. Very interesting. Anyway, continue.
How many times do you read in a week?
How many times do I read in a week?
Yeah.
Can you count?
I read once a day. I read, if I'm being honest, this might be a bit of a TMI, but nikiwa kwa lu.
Do you use your phone or are you reading an actual book?
I'm reading an actual book.
Oh, that's good habit.
Yeah.
Have you seen this? I'm wild. I'm sorry. Have you seen this article that says men are more prone to, was it prostate cancer or hemorrhoid because of how long they
stay on
in the
the
toilet? Yeah.
yeah.
Especially when they're using their phones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Because unakaa hadi mguu inaganda. Yeah. Anyway, continue.
Which is a theory I never get, because I try to really like finish up with the washroom and go as fast as I can. People who sit there for long.
No, but I guess it's also something about it's hygienic, and it also points to like the differences that exist between men and women.
If I was about to say something very wild, but I think it's just the settlement and the silence of being in your own personal space. Probably you're looking at it as just
No, you see that's for a guy.
yeah.
For a babe, them they're like, hey, jams, run.
We are digressing a lot. I'm
Yeah,
getting.
we are. Anyway,
But no, it's just because I've also realized this. They say men spend
it's at least 3 years of their lives in the
yes
washroom.
in the toilet,
Yeah.
and the argument was that's the only place they find peace.
3 years.
3 years in your lifetime. Okay,
Yeah.
but then in life expectancy, you're looking at something like 70 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what's really ailing men to the point of the toilet is your safe space?
It's a silence.
You can find silent rooms a lot. Like, there's so many silent places you can go. You can go to the forest and literally hike. It'll be very quiet.
Fair enough, but you see, I think when you're defecating, I hope I've gotten the term right.
Yeah, it's defecating.
How your body is wired to just release things. It's similar to having an orgasm and then falling asleep, or
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
guessing the same mechanics.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, I get the parallel. Okay, so spiritually, you were talking about how you moved from your agnostic stance to
Yeah.
seeing that everything is intelligible design.
Yeah. So I don't even know what I was saying in it, but I can say the things that have changed for me, the patterns that have changed for me spiritually is I talk to God more nowadays. It may not be even in prayer, like I won't like do this, but silently we'll have a conversation and have a plan, and I set up my goals and we talk about it, and I feel like he's listening most times. For the first time this year, I bought myself a Bible. I had that old Bible, Ilya Kimaliza High School. That's over 6 years ago. But now, finally, I have a Bible that I feel empty if I'm not carrying it during the day.
Were you not in high school a decade ago?
Leave me alone.
A decade and a half.
It's like,
Leave me alone.
let's get it
Leave
right.
me alone.
Actually, it's about 16, 17 years ago.
How old do you think I am?
We know how old you are.
It's not about thinking.
Okay, so
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I'm still functioning well, so I
Yeah,
don't
so
mind.
spiritually, okay. Socially,
Socially, I am getting out of the comfort zone of just having my 3 good friends. I'll try to make more friends. It's still a working process because I easily forget to talk to people. My communication is just bare minimum.
I can refer you to some resources for how to build like platonic intimate friendships. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll send you a podcast link.
Okay.
They're
I think
called-
for me it's just because
They're called more to follow.
I've had even close friends backstab me.
See, we did
I could see it on
You
your
saw the
face
vision.
coming. I was seeing it coming.
So that's funny. I was trying to even multitask, but anyway, sasa. Sorry, it's a client, so I don't need to be very.
You saw
close.
yesterday I posted a video. The world when you meet that deadline for EUD.
No.
The
that's
world
my
when you
side
don't
hustle.
meet.
In this Kenya right now,
okay,
you know,
okay.
you have to
Yeah,
have
that's
multiple
true.
sources of
That's
income.
true.
So
Tamwambia
this is my
umeenda
side
washroom ni
hustle.
sawa.
Anyway, so I've had friends backstab me deeply, like way deeply than I've ever thought anyone would do to me. So
Is that why you came with the Caesar? Julius Caesar.
Mhm.
Baxter. Okay.
Give
I'm
to
on
Caesar what
fire.
belongs to Caesar.
I'm on fire. fire.
You need to take more alcohol. I think yesterday night you didn't do all your usual ritual.
I'm sober. I've been
Your
sober
brain,
for a while.
yeah, that's the thing. Your brain is overworking.
Yeah,
It needs to
it's working.
stop.
It's on a weekend. Saturday morning, I'm
Needs
using
to stop.
5% of my brain. It's that
Anyway,
probiotic yogurt. Continue.
which is not actually probiotic, but okay. So,
It makes him feel better, so it's probiotic.
yeah, it's just like lactose-free milk. Makes you feel better, but honestly, yeah, you're lying to yourself. But we move anyway. Yeah, especially that is my problem. Making new friends feels like I'm letting too much people into my business that I don't like. Yeah, and then I have both spectrums. I either overshare or I totally not share, and I don't know the balance, and that always stabs me in the back too. So, yeah. What was the other one? Just socially,
Professionally.
professionally. Oh,
Flight risk. 3 jobs.
I've advanced more than I thought I would this year. I'm not earning what I thought I'd be earning, but at least I'm somewhere where I can say it's better than what it was before. So this year I've moved from an advocacy, legal, administrative assistant to a recruiting agent, and now I'm a business development executive. So as you can see, like I'm doing too much. I wish I could actually find my base and stick to it. But then the thing is, in this country, especially when you need to advance and you want to advance, you need to step up out of your comfort zone and realize how much it's like an octopus with 8 tentacles. You need to grasp as much as you can. As long as you have basic knowledge, I think you can still grow in your area. So what it has taught me is I'm not scared of trying new ventures that I've never really tried before. I've learned that growth is in the process of learning. Growth is a process of learning. So right now, I'm at the learning stage. If you ask me, last month, I was on a stage where I was very comfortable with my job. Like I knew what I was doing. Because now I've stepped into a new job this month. So this month, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm learning. It's scary because I also have KPIs. But at the same time, I'm more of the worst that could happen is I never tried. So it's good that I'm trying. Whether it works out or not, I feel happier trying than being scared and just staying in one comfort zone for the rest of my life. Yeah.
To add on to that, you said finding your base. Finding your base could be giving value. So you could have your base.
Yeah.
And that's why you continuously keep on receiving and giving value. So that's why you're changing. And what I'm hearing from you is that your year has been about growth. That's solid, man. That's amazing.
I thought it was a bad year, but now that I've
Now if you look at it, perspective is everything.
Yeah.
Also, there's something that she said that I've remembered from this guy. He's called Vuzi Tembekwai. He says, you know him?
The South African Richmond.
That guy.
Yeah, that guy.
That
I
guy.
know him, yeah.
He says something about intelligence, how he considers himself to be one of the most intelligent people on the planet, because intelligent is a product of how easily you adapt to information and new spaces, new, I guess, careers and stuff like that. So as you're speaking, that's all I could think about. Like, yeah, this is an intelligent babe.
Oh, thank.
Just one. It's like a congrat.
Yeah. Ajay.
Professionally,
Yeah. Yeah.
How many years have you had this year?
oh my God.
We stopped counting.
Oh my God. It's been tough. But I've come out on the other side with a greater resolve. I think I'd lost the guy who walked into the UI offices
That's the
in
thing.
November 2021.
That's the thing.
Yeah. I'd lost that guy. But now I think I needed to go through this process so that whoever that was stays. Like, that's now my base. Yeah. Podcast. Nice space. We're doing well. We're cruising nicely. Blogs. I remember when we were setting out our targets in February with the guys, we said we wanted like 3,500 views by the end of the year. we're at 3,400. So you just, and when you think about it, our stories have been read 3,500 times, which is insane. I find that insane. So that has worked. Photography, I get like a weekend shoot here and there, and I'm grateful for that. It's always nice when I see people using my photos as wallpapers and stuff like that. As an artist, it slaps different. Yeah. Then my side gig, we closed out a brand that we were branding. Every person who I show whatever it is that we come up with, they interpret it exactly the same way that we had intended for people to interpret it. So that's also been a fantastic win. Socially, I've gained friends. I've lost others in the process. I've gotten better at handling that loss. Because before it will take me like 2-3 weeks before you're out of my system. But now it's become easier. I refer to the manual that those guys at More to Follow had made early on in the first episodes at the beginning of the year. I'm still single. Mbona unacheka?
Story for another day.
It's a story for another day. But yeah, that's my reality at the moment. What else? Socially, family life. I was very worried that moving out, I would lose touch now with like my siblings and stuff like that. But I think the relationship has solidified to some extent. Yeah, and I don't know if you felt that when we were.
It is.
Yeah.
See where they say, like, for example, you grow up and then your parents become your friends.
Yeah,
It's exactly like
it's
that.
exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, must be nice. Must be very nice.
We toka kwa nyumba
Yeah,
utaona.
when you move
No,
out,
okay,
you'll see it.
It's different with both parents. I think with the one who we rarely see each other every day, like our friendship is good.
Yeah.
Bingo,
The other
that's
one,
exactly it.
our friendship is good, but there are days we're just bickering. So
Yeah,
yeah.
it's true. Spiritually, there have been ups. There have been dredges because those are not downs. I think there was a blog that I wrote where I was at my wit's end, where I had lost hope completely. This is starting to sound like a testimony, but and I could not, for the life of myself, see the point of anything. Yeah, but then back to basics, and I guess also now just revisiting that idea of that guy who walked into the offices in November. I started doing just the simple things well.
Yeah, the 90-day challenges and making the bed.
Making the bed, exactly. Washing dishes, those chores that you don't really have to do them, but that discipline, it changes. Yeah, so there's improvements. How can I forget musically? I've done 3 gigs this year. Yeah, very interesting. And I think I've gotten more comfortable with every other gig in my craft as well. To the point now that I've started researching on how to expound on it. Yeah, so for those who don't know, I drum like the congas, the djembes. So now I want to move into how to apply chimes. So just have a whole drum solo and then yeah.
Your brain overworks. You do a lot. You're such a creative that if you ask me to play the drums, I'll get the rhythm for 2 minutes. And then afterwards, like there's a misstep somewhere.
Someone asked me what I don't do. I don't drink hot porridge.
But you like porridge.
Yeah, but I just don't drink hot porridge.
How do you take cold porridge?
I take warm porridge.
Warm porridge, like
I don't.
it's not. Yeah, see,
But you take very hot tea.
I don't take hot tea. Anyone who's seen me put tea, I put the tea and then I put water on top.
He actually doesn't take. We're similar in that regard. We both don't like
I
very
take
hot
very
things.
hot tea.
How do
Nyinyi
you
watu wa
taste the tea?
kunywa water vapor mi sielewangi.
Because tea is...
Au ni wale
Tea is
wanaenda
Don't
better
even
when
taste. They have
hot.
no idea how it tastes.
wanaendanga
No, I
ba-
do.
ni Bogoria.
Are you guys? That's a lie.
That's
No, it's just tea because porridge burns differently because it's thick. The consistency is thick.
Hey, you just-
bwana kwanza the throat. Unasikia kani kama
But with
stays.
tea, you can sustain the heat.
Yeah.
interesting. Interesting. Oh, it's okay. Well, I think as the year draws to close, a lot. If both the people here know, I have struggled. But the biggest part of all of it is, I think I can summarize it in 3 things and then I'll explain. 1, or I can start off in this manner, similarly to what is it Untulo, similar to what Untulo says, that the same guy who walked into that office in 2021 was lost, or struggled with appreciating who that was, and it kept on. It's been capped off in so many ways. So professionally, yeah, I can also say where, but I relish the challenges. I relish the learning. I've been able to tap into so many different kinds of things, different kinds of challenges, different kinds of spaces. So that's professionally. We keep on doing better. I haven't done much of the things I used to do before on the side. Being lost in that journey. So, and like the two of you are like, I'm seeing how very fulfilling your lives are, and I'm like, damn. I should borrow a page from this guy's books. Socially, oof. Yeah, socially, this is where I take off my hat, man. Socializing comes easy to me, but I have lost people, of course, and I've been very, very hard on myself on the times where this situations or instances happened. Funniest thing is, for all the grace I keep on extending, I never extended myself any grace.
Ni promotion za chicken in surely.
Give me my phone.
No.
So
No.
socially, that has
Today
been
you're going to be a good girl.
quite the journey. It's been entirely a journey. So it was professionally, socially, spiritually. This has been the biggest one for me. And I was not an atheist. I just didn't practice as much. But the humility in having to just go back for everything, just and it feeling right has been moving. What other field was there? It was professionally, socially,
And spiritually, I think you've covered them.
So in summarizing all of that, it's 3 things. I believe in all of the struggle being provident. I believe in making every experience educational. And that's why I am. I'm grateful for all of the experiences, the good, the bad. Yesterday, someone, a friend of mine had their birthday, and they asked, what would I advise them? Like, what could I give? And I was like, if I could sum my 20s into anything, I'd say, live life for the value of living life. Relish the good. The bad's going to come with a lot of bumps. Enjoy that too. Enjoy the lessons. Enjoy the journey of life too. They keep on saying your 20s are supposed to work the hardest. Well, all cumulatively keep on living life in all of its entirety. So yeah, so the lessons, 3 things, getting back to who I am, the small things. 2, seeing the people I love winning. It's stories like this that give life meaning or purpose or hope. And lastly, just being happy for the sake of being happy, because everyone was meant for happiness.
Yeah, we were meant for happiness.
So yeah,
Great.
so yeah, that's precisely it. Damn, this one it went from funky to deep to fuzzy to cool to great to testimonies. It's been quite the episode.
Yeah.
I think my wish for you guys is, I hope that you surround yourselves
See you need to
with
get the
people
next season.
who see your value.
Next
That's
week,
all I want
wait,
you
madam,
to realize. Sawa.
Thanks, man.
There's a reason
repeat.
why I said it.
Uta repeat.
Sita repeat. Kama hujasikia shauri yako.
Si nitaplay
Piga
episode.
simu, chukua.
Nani ananipigia? Mtu ananipigia simu.
So yeah.
Great. What to follow?